A lot of trust the process. I'm sure you've heard enough of that. And you once hated this process, JJ. What has changed for you?
I feel like I joined the process at the right time. I was not ready to be a part of the process 4 years ago. No, I think that as a competitor, you want to see every team in the NBA try to be competitive. And I guess I was outspoken about the idea of just tearing something down and rebuilding it. But I've definitely changed my perspective on that over the last few years, and have seen how well this has worked, and this franchise is positioned for a long time to be highly competitive. And I kind of joined in at what I felt was the right time.
Okay, let's go from big picture to the small picture, and that is the game day process. What do you focus on? I mean, we got shoot around behind you, of course, in the new facility. What do you focus on before a shoot around?
Before a shoot around is just making sure my 33-year-old body can move. I think that's the biggest focus for me. I always start in the hot tub, and then I go in the weight room. I do some stretches in the cage, work with our PT guys. I use shoot around. I've always used shoot around as a way to sort of get in a rhythm. And so when we're out here doing 5-on-0 scripts, even walk through stuff, I usually go at something close to game speed just to get my body going.
How's the body feel when we brought up the career minutes and we talked about the career points? How do you feel right now at 33?
I feel great. I feel great. I feel like I'm a slower, less athletic, whiter version of LeBron at 33. No, I'm joking, but no, I've done a lot over the last 8 or 9 years to really take care of my body. As LeBron has said, and I know a bunch of guys in the NBA that are sort of the same age as me. Chris Paul is another example. We've really invested, our time and our resources into playing this game at a high level. And I turned 27 6 years ago, and I've felt 27 since then. My body feels great. The minute load has been fine for me. There's constant communication with me and our coaches and our sports science staff about that, and I feel really good.
You're surrounded by a very young team, of course, and when we look at Joel Embiid, he is the franchise guy. I want to read something to you because he's now your teammate. He's not shy about your defense. He said he thought your defense was going to be trash, but you're pretty good right now. How would you rate your defense, that coming from Joel Embiid?
Well, first of all, I think, Joe plays video games all day, so I don't think he actually watches the NBA. So I'm pretty sure his sort of opinion of my defense was probably based on some stereotypes. Mm-hmm. But I've always felt like I've been a really good team defender. I've had different challenges throughout my career in terms of guarding primary scorers, and over the last 4 or 5 years, I've felt like I've done a good job of guarding my position. And this year, with the way our starting lineup is, it's been sort of a new challenge because a lot of times I've had to guard other teams' starting point guards because of our size and me being the smallest player out there. And it's been a challenge, and I feel like I've done a good job.
When you look around, though, and you see the size and you see the youth and you see the athletic ability of an Embiid there and then Ben Simmons in that backcourt, what do you first think about?
Well, I had both. I had Joel on my podcast recently, and I just had Karl Anthony Towns on my podcast as well. And Karl and I talked about just NBA unicorns and how rare some of these players are. And we're seeing sort of an influx of these unicorns, and we happen to have 2 of them, which is absolutely crazy. And so you can make an argument sort of that this process worked because we ended up with Joe and Ben, 2 players who are, I think, going to go down as transcendent NBA players and all-timers and Hall of Famers. Both of them are just highly skilled and incredible players at such a young age.
We tout this thing as all access, so before we let you go, I hear you're a foodie. So give me the all access. What are you eating the day of a game?
We have basically a 5-star restaurant in our practice facility. The Sixers poached a top chef here from Philly. Him and his staff, they cook us gourmet meals for lunch and breakfast. I usually get post game at a place called Redick here in Philly, which has won a James Beard Award. But this is going to sound weird, but my main food that I always eat on game day is beets. Red beets, golden beets, it doesn't matter. I always eat beets on game day. Apparently it's good for your oxygen levels in your blood.
It's working. At 33, you feel like you're 27, JJ. Best of luck tonight, and thanks for joining us.
All right, thanks for having me on.